Hello, Dgit fam. Sam here. Adam's out today, so I've got the con. It's been a while. How have you been? Me? Oh, I'm good. Okay, good talk. This is the Dgit Daily Podcast for August 21st, 2019. Let's get into it. Our top story today is a movie story. You might be wondering, but Sam, this isn't a movie podcast. What gives? What can I say? We all do what we have to on slow news days. That's not to say that news of a new Matrix movie isn't big, but it's not really tech news. Anyway, if you missed it a second ago, they're making a new Matrix movie. Yes, the Wachowski sisters' sci-fi epic charting humanity's desperate fight for survival against the apocalyptic machine force it created is getting a new entry. According to Warner Brothers chairman Toby Emmerich, who announced plans for the film, Lana Wachowski is set to write, produce, and direct. It's unclear if Lily Wachowski will join on the project, though. Even more interesting, Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss will both be reprising their roles as well. In the, interesting sequels, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions, their characters, Neo and Trinity, both died at the end, so who knows how they'll appear in the next film. Oddly enough, actors like Jada Pinkett Smith and Lawrence Fishburne have yet to be confirmed, despite having characters who were, actually alive at the end of the movies. It sounds like filming will begin in early 2020, which sounds way too futury to be 4 months away. Anyway, there's not much more to this story, so why don't we move on and get into the roundup? Finally, some tech news. First up, Spider-Man is out of the MCU. Okay, screw it. I guess we're a movie podcast now. After extended negotiations, Sony and Microsoft have decided they can't come to an agreement over who gets how much of the money future Spider-Man movies will no doubt make. Apparently, 5% of the movie's profits wasn't enough for Marvel, which, hey, fair. The result is Marvel boss Kevin Feige will no longer produce the films, something he did on both MCU Spider-Man movies, and Sony will go back to making the movies on its own. What this means for Spider-Man's crossover involvement is a little bit unclear, but it looks like future appearances in any Marvel movie are in doubt. Right now, Tom Holland is locked in for 2 more movies, which Sony will make. Given how the reporting on this has gone, it feels like Marvel's created something of a PR nightmare for Sony. So we'll see how long this lasts. Personally, if this means Tom Holland's Spider-Man might meet Tom Hardy's awfully strange Venom, I'm all for it. Intel's had a rough couple of months, with hardware vulnerabilities affecting performance, AMD gunning for them hard, and Qualcomm starting to muscle in on their turf in the laptop space. But now the company's got something new to show off, and it looks pretty neat. The new Lakefield generation of chips just got announced, and they take up less than half the board space of the previous generations. Apparently, Lakefield chips use new tech that lets Intel stack components on top of each other differently, which is pretty cool. The new chips are aimed at powering new kinds of laptop designs, like multi-screen devices and more. Turns out, EU regulators are worried about Facebook's new Libra currency, and hey, that's probably a good thing. The European Commission is looking into potential anti-competitive behavior related to Libra and how Facebook could use it to squeeze rival apps and monopolize user data. This seems like a pretty reasonable worry given the company's, at this point, pretty sordid history of unscrupulous behavior. However, it also feels a little late. Can you think of any rivals to Facebook? I sure can't. The Apple Card is almost out, and Mashable's got a review of it. Apparently, it looks pretty slick, and it's easy to use, but the tangible benefits it offers aren't really much better than most credit cards. In fact, its credit limit is apparently lower than average. In short, it's a lot like other Apple products. Who'da thunk it? In all seriousness, it sounds like the money management side of the wallet app that's tied to the card is pretty cool. Check out the link to Mashable's review in our newsletter. Finally, we come to this week's space story, my favorite part of the show. According to NASA, it's full steam ahead on the Europa Clipper mission, and you'll never guess where it's going. Just kidding, of course it's going to Europa. The American Space Agency's been working towards sending something to Jupiter's icy moon for decades, and now there's a mission slated for launch in 2025. Europa has long been viewed as a prime opportunity to research the possibility of alien life due to its massive oceans covered by ice. Who knows what we'll find there? My money's on bacteria, and maybe tardigrades, because they already look like aliens. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for today, folks. If you'd like to learn more about any of these stories, check out the links in the show notes and subscribe to our daily newsletter on Dgit.com. If you like what you heard, subscribe, leave a review, and don't forget to tell your friends about DgitDailyPod.com. I'm Sam Moore. I am S'mores on Twitter, and Adam will be back tomorrow. See ya.